Welcome to Cardinal Rewind. I'm Alicia Caballero.
And I'm Mark Trevino.
Just a few weeks until the start of the spring semester, and many athletic teams are taking part in some heavy competition.
In women's basketball thus far, the Lady Cardinals are overall 7-14 and 3-6 in conference play.
The men's basketball team holds a record of 15-6 overall and 4-5 in conference action.
On January 22nd, the Lady Cardinals met up with Midwestern State University at the Convocation Center at UIW. Ashley Pfaff goes inside the lane for the easy bucket to put the Cardinals on the board first. To get the first lead of the game, forward Iffy Moore receives a pass from her teammate, then dishes out to a wide-open Katie Cook for a three on the baseline. Towards the end of the first half, the Lady Mustangs' Savannah Carver pulls up for a 15-foot jumper at the top of the key. After a 20-20 tie, the Lady Cardinals respond with Cook getting in a quick position for a three. The Lady Mustangs respond with a three, but Cook doesn't let her team down as she sinks another three. The ladies were up by 5 as Pfaff comes up with a quick shot in the paint. Lady Mustangs respond on the other side as Carver breaks her defender, commits a missed shot, but Jasmine Patterson's there for the putback. On the next play for the Lady Mustang, Alicia Markham gets fed the ball and provides a smooth turnaround jumper. With another 5-point lead for the Cardinals, Iffy Moore secures the game with the jumper on the block. Moore helps her team capture the victory with another shot inside the paint. The final score found UIW with the win, 60-51, moving their overall record at the time to 6-10.
The Cardinal men have had an exceptional season this year, proving to have taken some of their tournament experience from last season to make a name for themselves in the Lone Star Conference. In early January, the men were ranked 9th in NCAA Division II basketball. The men would take on Midwestern State University, whom they lost last season while playing in the Elite 8 tournament. This would prove to be a chilling game. Deuce Nichols comes up and secures a big dunk. Down by 4, Kelsey Solomon takes it into the paint for 2. With good defense, Sean Ume comes up with a steal for the dunk and a tie. Eric Stewart attempts a shot to break the tie at 67-67, but the men head into overtime. Deleon Hines fakes, goes in for the 15-foot jumper for the 1-point lead. Mustangs will come up with a shot outside. Darion Nichols goes to the line on the foul and makes both free throws. Now with seconds dwindling in overtime, Stewart hits a 3 to head into double overtime. Midwestern responds in double overtime with the first bucket in the paint off the glass. With a quick pass, Hines steps into the paint for a teardropper and a quick tie. Stewart gets the dish and secures the lead by 2 with another 3. After a couple of foul shots by Tracy Robinson, Jordan Roddy, and Eric Stewart, the Cardinals pull off an exciting win. After coming up in double overtime, the Cardinal men would walk off their home court with a victory. Final score was 90-83, moving their record at the time to 14-3. Leading scorer would sure enough be Eric Stewart with 23 points. Here was his outlook on the game.
I knew in my mind, once the free throw got through the net, I knew I wanted to get to the left side because that's where I feel comfortable at. I was going to let a good shot go. I guess we're going to we got to shoot free throws. We got to shoot a lot of free throws, work on our defensive transition, and then we're going to prepare for Abilene Christian.
Today we wanted to take a look at a person that doesn't always get enough recognition here on campus.
That's right, Mark. The Cardinal mascot is not only a vital part of campus activities, but he too must stay in shape like student athletes here at UIW.
Lauren Villanueva has more on the Cardinals' daily training.
The Cardinal mascot is an essential yet often overlooked part of Cardinal athletics. Like other UIW athletes, Red the Cardinal must stay in peak condition to be at the top of his game. Being the Cardinal mascot entails discipline of mind, body, and soul. Next time you see Red the Cardinal, stop and shake his hand for a job well done. For Cardinal Rewind, this is Lauren Villanueva reporting.
To check out other sports on campus, Cardinal Rewind correspondent Gabriela Bosquez caught up with the women's softball team to take a look at their upcoming expectations for the season.
As San Antonio drops to record low temperatures, everyone remains locked indoors. Everyone but the girls' softball team. The girls strive for perfection as they toughed out the fierce winter cold practicing on the field. Lady Cardinals are currently seated 5th in LSC South Division. However, Coach Bradley remains optimistic.
Well, our expectations are to win every game. I mean, our expectations really are to come out, compete, get ourselves an opportunity to play in the Lone Star Conference tournament.
Catcher Kaylin Skinner, along with the other girls, prepare for the season.
Well, it's my senior year, so I just want to make sure I go out there and do everything I can to help my team win, and also make sure I'm doing my job in order just for us to go as far as we can go this year.
Reporting for Cardinal Rewinds, I'm Gabriela Bosquez.
The university's golf team is responding to multiple changes, a new coach, and a new conference. It's time for us to get acquainted with the team and their training tactics. Our very own correspondent Lauren Taylor gives us a look on what to expect from the golf team this year.
The Incarnate Word golf team has grown tremendously in the past few years with players and popularity. This year especially has involved quite a bit of change with moving from the Heartland to the Lone Star Conference, along with having a new head coach, Doug Query.
With Coach Query as our leader, we are definitely more unified and structured. Practice is scheduled. We know ahead of time where we're going to practice, when we're going to practice.
We practice 5 days a week. We practice for about 2.5 hours each practice session, focusing on mainly the short game around the greens and focusing on getting off the tee box with our drivers. And Coach has us qualifying for every tournament that we have for the Lone Star Conference.
Sounds like a busy schedule, but sounds like it's worth it.
It is. It's very worth it. We're definitely improving a lot.
We've been doing various strength and flexibility exercises such as lunges and different resistance training as well as cardio to help us on the golf course. Like when we're walking 18 holes, you don't feel tired when you're walking with a 10-pound bag on your back, so it's actually been helping a lot.
I have with me two-year player, Jandro Flores. Jandro, having been on the team last year, how would you say competition is for this year coming from the Heartland to the Lone Star Conference now?
I would say competition's a lot harder. It's a lot different from the Heartland Conference because there was not a lot of teams. This Lone Star Conference, with the big names that has on the team, it's really tough, and our team's gotten a lot better from last year, so hopefully we'll do a lot better this year.
Okay, thank you. This is Cardinal Rewind and Lauren Taylor reporting.
We had a chance to take a look at the recruitment class for the 2011 football season as Cardinal Rewind was out at the Benson Fieldhouse for the 4th signing day in UIW football history.
February 2nd marked the 4th signing class for the University of the Incarnate Word football team. The National Signing Day left UIW with 29 newly recruited high school seniors from all over the world. Coach Mike Santiago expressed that one of his main goals of this recruiting class was to add some depth to its roster as well as size. Those are guys that no one else is going after, Coach Santiago said of some of the international recruits, including the Australian lineman and a Hawaiian native. San Antonio local high schools were also very well showcased, as 8 signees for the Cardinals are from the Alamo City. Next up for the Cardinals will be their annual spring game, which will be held at Benson Stadium on April 15th. Although the newest UIW recruits won't be playing, this will be the first chance of the year for students to watch the returning players in action. For Cardinal Rewind, this is Lauren Taylor reporting.
For tonight's feature story, Alicia was able to interview Daniel Murata, a junior on the men's swim team.
The focus on this story was to highlight how several athletes like Daniel balance training, school, and in some cases, a job. In Daniel's case, he is an RA. So, Daniel stopped by the studio for a quick chat.
Oh, that's a really hard thing. You lose a lot of sleep. There's definitely no doubt about that. It's really just time management. I mean, that's really what it boils down to, is just being able to set a schedule for yourself and tell yourself, I got to do this at this point, I got to do this at this point, and then just get it all done. And most of the time, I just have to work my schedule around whatever our practice schedule is.
If you have any comments or suggestions, please email us here at uiwtv@uiwtx.edu. Tune in next time to Cardinal Rewind. I'm Mark Trevino.
And I'm Alicia Caballero. We'll see you when we see you.